Well, howdy, y'all. This is Will with the Hillbilly Hoppers Homestead here in Blount County, Tennessee. And, well, it's just another day on the farm. Big Mama's back in a little cage. She's big, fat, and healthy. She doesn't look all that good right now. Just got her last treatment for ear problem that she had. She was having a problem with ear mites. So, let me see if I can look in here without spooking her. There she is. You can see the olive oil on her coat from where we treated her ears. Um, I'm a believer in olive oil now. Treated her ears with olive oil. They looked so bad that we were afraid we were going to have to put her down, maybe take her to a vet. And in a week they were clear. They're clear. So we gave her one more treatment, and we're going to wait another week or two. And once everything looks a-okay, we're going to put her in the colony with the rest, and hopefully get some California crosses to go along with our American chinchilla crosses that we've got. So, not sure if you can tell just by looking at this mess, but I've been cutting trees down. These small trees, they're all over the back here. What we're going to do is I'm going to cut out up the hill toward the fence. I'm going to cut out a wall, basically, just a flat, and then we're going to build a pin up against that for a wall. We're actually going to take this pin here and we're going to move it up the hill. So we'll take this pin here, move it up the hill, then everything in the garden will all move back, and we'll put another pin. We'll move the rabbit colony back here, and probably another pin for the ducks that we've got coming. I've got a few, I don't know, 5, 10, not sure yet. Depends on how much she ends up asking for them, because she's not giving me a price yet. But cayugas, we're thinking about grabbing some cayugas. They're the ducks that lay black eggs. The eggs are actually, the shell is black. The inside looks like a regular egg, but it lays a black egg. And the Anconas, they're another breed like our Welsh Harlequins that they're not as threatened a species as the Welsh Harlequin is, but they do lay very prolifically like the Welsh Harlequins do, and they're a pretty duck. They're spotted. They're a white duck with black or blue spots and splotches and speckles all over them, like a Dalmatian duck. So we thought we would try some of those out. We're going to get a straight run of some chicks, and then from the same farm, I'm going to get a straight run of 3 turkeys when they're available, and we'll also get our guinea keats, the baby guineas, the keats from them as well. I'm thinking about either getting the purples or the imperials, just like 2 or 3 of them. I don't really care if they're male or females, just to keep the the parasites, the mosquitoes and bugs, and make sure roaches don't get in the rabbit feed, and make sure that there's no ticks or anything out here in the yard for the kids to end up with on them when we're out here playing and stuff this summer. So I actually decided to do a video because I wanted to let you guys see. We've brought the babies out today. My mom's Mother's Day present, the BBS, the English BBS cross chicks that we bought for my mom. They're having their first venture outside today. It's a very nice and warm day today, so we figured we'd bring them out. They are right over here, as you can see. They're just chilling. And if you take a look at this little guy in the middle here, with the black on his head, right here with the white, this little guy here is already the farmyard bully. We brought him out here and I sat him on the board, and then I brought out feed to feed. You see him jumping around. And I brought out some feed and poured some feed on the board, And all the ducks, male, female alike, come over to the board. And this little guy right here charges at them headlong. And every duck on the yard scattered like he was a big, vicious dog. So the ducks are kind of scared of him, it seems. They're not quite sure about these little chicks, but they look like they're going to be really pretty when they get bigger. So I'm really happy that we went with the Kinley Farms BBS cross so far, especially once they start to get a little bigger and we get to see what they turn out and we start getting some eggs. You know, we give them to my mom and then we start getting some eggs out of them. There's our. I think he's a rooster because he's just too big of a bully not to be. Plus, he stands up almost perfectly straight, and well, he just prances around and pushes everybody else around, even in the box. He's a bit of a bully. And when he came out here on the yard and started bullying the full-grown animals, that's when I decided he was definitely going to be he's probably a roo, and he's going to be the bully of the yard. Now, over here, under the duck pen, under the old rabbit cages, we've got our duck manure reclamation project. Basically, it's just black tarps that the rabbit manure and everything goes into with some straw and some earthworms, and they eat it. And I didn't get out here at the same time that I normally do to feed this morning because we were canning carrots. So the ducks and the chickens came over here and dug up most of my earthworms, it looks like. So I'll have to go get another thing of earthworms. But there's Clara, our white cochin, back in the back, and that black one in the middle is our female that doesn't seem to be laying eggs yet, but every male in the yard has mounted her twice a day, every day. We've still not got an egg out of her yet. That's our male Muscovy in the front. And then those are our Welsh right over there, bebopping along. That's the male in the back and the female in the front. Like I said, they're a golden phase. We're one of 189 breeders in the country right now that are breeding the golden phased Welsh Harlequin ducks. So if you want one, I have some in the incubator. I actually have 3 batches in the incubator now. I've got a batch of 8 that should hatch any day. I've got a batch of 12 that should hatch 2 weeks later. And then I have another batch of 10 that went to an incubating service in Lenore City on Saturday, I think it was. Saturday or Sunday. I believe it was Saturday, though. Yeah, I believe it was Saturday morning. They went to the Excellent Egg Hatchery in Lenore City. So 28 to 35 days after that, we should have another 10 of the Welsh Harlequin on top of that. So we're looking at hopefully around 30 Welsh Harlequins that we'll have available over the course of the next month to 6 weeks. And I'll let everybody know their availability as they hatch. I'm losing my mind and worrying myself into an early grave waiting on the Muscovies that are under the shed there to hatch, and for the first batch of Welsh that we put in the incubator to hatch, because unfortunately we weren't able to keep up with dates properly because of not knowing when she started sitting and not knowing when the eggs were actually put into the incubator because we didn't put them in ourselves. So this has been an exceptionally long video today. Sorry for taking up so much of your time. Thanks for your interest in the work that we do here with the Hillbilly Hoppers homestead. And as always, we tell you every week, if you want to know where your food comes from, you got to grow it and you got to kill it yourself. You have to feed it yourself. You have to be the one to take that responsibility into your own hands. So, again, from the Hillbilly Hoppers homestead, this is Will saying Assalamu alaikum and signing out.